this gentleman up here. Hang on one second. Let's see.
Hey,
Mike,
Brian.
geez, man.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas
Great.
to you.
Yeah, great job, everybody.
This
This
is, isn't this
1,000 taco
awesome?
plus. Yeah.
It's so good. So this is actually the first official appearance of Mike from the Young Jerks here on LTL Media. Everybody's loving you. Look at everybody
Long
in the
time
chat's
coming.
loving you, and I think it's really great to have Mike up here again. Merry Christmas to you and your family. I hope you had some fun this evening. And listen, you know, Mike and I have come really a long way. I think there was a little things that we had to work out. We handled it privately. We've built a respect for each other, and I'm really glad that we've been able to conversate and really come together, because it's sticking together, and that's what we need to do during this time right now.
Definitely. I'm glad that I consider you a friend, Brian. And I like your show. Like, you do a really good job. I love what you do, and watching you handle things, especially all the good work. I mean, the billboard you did. It just I love watching what you do. You've been doing great work this year, and I really admire you, respect you, and I'm glad that we're friends.
No, yeah, and you the same, man. I always tell you how great your show is. I think your skills as an interviewer, when you have kind of those solo guests on your show, I mean, you do an amazing job. I mean, you've been doing this a long time. I know about your radio career. You've been in YouTube for quite a while now, and I always tell you, just keep going, man. Listen to the audience. That's what we need to do. And I'm glad that you and I could work each other, work things out. We've seen each other a couple of times, during some of the events. We've shaken hands, had some laughs and some stories, and I'm looking forward to collaborating with you. Definitely.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this year. I think 2025 is going to be. I mean, this year was wild.
Wild.
From December to this December, I'm just like, wow, what a ride that was. You know what I mean? Like, for all of us. I mean, when Aiden got locked up, that was a tough time. That was really.
Yeah.
So it's good to watch him doing so well too. Like, I feel like he's in a good space now. You can see it. Meredith is awesome, and
Yeah.
I just it's great to see everyone like doing the work. You know what I mean? It's just like, whether you're boots on the ground, whether you're holding signs, or you're doing shows, or on Twitter. There's certain, everyone has their hand. Some people like Nick Rocco. Like, I just watching Nick Rocco this year. Like,
Yeah.
I'm so proud of that guy. I love Nick Rocco. There's so many people like that. So
Yeah. Then you look at, like, Peter Murphy and Dennis Sweeney, Rita Lombardi, the ones that kind of lead the boots on the ground down there, and
Rita.
how
I mean,
fantastic all those people are.
yeah, you said, listen to your audience. This is my message to Rita. Like, I actually just said Merry Christmas to Rita today. She said Merry Christmas back, but people miss her, man. People are
Yeah.
like, on my show, they're like, you gotta get, as much as they ask for Bettero, they want Rita. They want to see Rita. They love Rita.
Yeah. It's okay though. Like, it's okay to take a break. I mean,
she's
Rita,
gonna take as long as she needs, which
yeah.
is good. She did a lot this year, probably too much. And we get that. You and I get it. We do too much.
We do a lot, and sometimes you do have to step back and take a break. I took a week. I'm probably going to extend that after tonight and take a little bit more time off. I know that you've been kind of slowing down a little bit and said, hey, I want us to spend some time with friends and family, and it's okay to do that. It's hard sometimes when you're a creator, because you have that thirst to keep doing something. As much as I was saying, like, I'm going to take a break, but I'm like on Twitter a little bit, and I'm on Facebook, and I'm posting, and I'm writing articles, and it's like, it's in us. It's in us to create and to inform, and it's hard sometimes to let go.
It's hard to know what the line is. Like, what's a healthy balance? Let's put it that way. I have a partner, so she tells me. That's what. Like, she's just like, get off that. We're watching a movie. So, like, I have that. Thank God I have that, because I'd be worse. I would be much worse if it was.
Yeah, my new lady friend, she kind of reels me in sometimes too. She said, we'll go out, and she goes, I might start slipping into it in the dinner conversation.
Yeah.
Are we gonna get LTL tonight, or are we gonna get Brian? And it was funny. We were out at dinner the other night, and I purposely made this joke. I left my phone in the car, and I was like, "See, I didn't bring my phone in with me because sometimes I'll. It's just like, like what's going on? Is there any information?" And no, she's great though. She dials me back a little bit and reels me
I
in.
mean, it's hard not to because all of a sudden something will break. Like,
Yeah,
and you're off it, and then like all of a sudden all this news comes out, and you're like, "Shit, I got to catch up. What's going on here?" So it is hard. I mean, it's funny because people ask me about other like news stories and politics, and I'm like, I have no idea. Like,
yeah,
the only thing I follow is this stuff. Sandra Birchmore, Karen Reed.
yeah.
It like it consumes everything. Like,
Yeah, we're pretty locked in here in Massachusetts. When you're here, it's hard not to get out of it. I mean, like I was out the other night in Dedham and I just sat down and like someone came over and they're kind of like looking at me and I looked at my plus one. I said, someone's probably going to come over the table and they do, and it's just great, because like I always say the closer you get into Canton, everybody starts kind of noticing all of us. I'm sure you probably get that when you're out
when I'm
too. I
there,
mean, you're
yeah,
big
when
up
I'm
in
there,
your
it's
area, so
it's so different. I mean,
yeah,
I get noticed once in a while up in the North Shore, but when
yeah,
I'm like you said, closer to Norfolk County, it's
yeah.
a different thing. Yeah,
But it's
absolutely.
it's great that we've all had that ability to connect with people on the ground. I mean, that makes you feel good when someone comes up and says, "Hey, I watch a show. I think it's great what you're doing." Amongst all the the backlash that we get too. I mean, it's nice to see that, and then you've
That's
connected.
the best because
Yeah.
like as creators, we most of the comments are always good, but you remember the
Yep.
negative ones, the nasty people. But when you are out in public and someone comes up to you and you realize that they know everything. They've been watching you every freaking night, and you're like, I've never met this person before. It is an amazing feeling, no doubt about it.
Yeah. So, Mike, let me ask you, and I don't want to keep you because I know you're probably with your family, but let's one, we got to do a show like a real show
Oh
together. We're
yes.
going to do that. And two, let me just do this before you head off. What's something that you'd like to see in Karen Reed 2.0 if we get there? Something that you'd like to see the defense do this time around?
More witnesses.
Yeah.
Like I'd love to see Berkowitz on the stand, Chief Berkowitz. My friend that I went to college with, the lieutenant, what is he? The deputy,
Yep.
Kelleher. Love to see them on the stand.
Yeah.
The inverted video. There's so much that obviously I think they're going to drill down on. Love to see Higgins again with that video. You know, that JFK and microdots and everyone else is dissected.
You're
I love to
wrong.
hear him asking about that.
Yeah.
There's so much stuff like that. So
Yeah.
that's what's going to be exciting. Is I think the second time, I don't think they're going to do a short defense. I just have a feeling that they're going to say, you know what, let's
Let's
give
double
it
down.
everything.
Yeah.
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 So I'm interested to see who they actually put on the stand. The defense.
Something that I was surprised this time, the first trial that I was really surprised with is that, they didn't have an ARCA demonstration. And I thought that's what we were going to get. I thought we were going to get a video because that's what they do. I mean, if you go to the
Yeah,
YouTube channel, they recreate everything. And that's what I'm hoping we get this time around. And you take Trooper Paul's theory versus the actual science and evidence that ARCA studied and formulated. And we show how preposterous and ridiculous that Trooper Paul's account, of it is, and then we actually see science and data that it doesn't line up. And I think that would
absolutely.
be really great for the jury to see that because, as we're super visual creatures now. Like I think
Video,
as
especially
history and
video, right?
yeah, as history and everything's evolved, we used to be very probably text based, but now everything is so visual and video. I think they need that to show the jury, and I think that's going to really lock it in.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought up ARCA too, because I think obviously the other big thing, the jury seemed to dismiss ARCA because they didn't know that the feds hired them. They
Yeah,
thought maybe it was an insurance company for
insurance
Karen Reed.
company.
So I'm interested to see how the defense handles that, like, because that cannot stand next time. There has to be some kind of more information to the jury to let them know that Karen Reed defense has nothing to do with these witnesses. That has to be drill down. So
Yeah.
there's a lot to that, that's going to be exciting to see all these witnesses on the stand and then the defense throw up. And the other thing I'm wicked excited about is this new attorney,
Yeah.
this Robert
She's
Alessi.
really
He is,
good.
yeah. So, yeah, I think, yeah, I don't see how the prosecution can do much better this time, but I see how the defense can do much better. It's funny. I think there's a higher ceiling for the defense on the retrial. I don't think the
Yeah.
prosecution, like, what can they do? They're trying all this stuff with the dog bites and the data. I don't think that's going to yield anything for them.
Yeah, and I'm gonna warn everybody right now. Just get ready, because all those theatrics that you saw Hank Brennan with Dr. Russell, he's gonna turn that shit up in front of a jury, and it's gonna be even tenfold with the whole like and throwing the book. It's like fucking like what they do in movies. Like the lawyers in the movies, they throw the book on the table or the evidence on the table. I think he's gonna do a lot of that shit, to try to fool this jury. But hopefully we get smart jurors. They see through all this shit, and Karen Reed gets exonerated and walks out of court, free woman. I'm confident it's going to happen. I think the defense is going to be so ready this time around, because they're just going to learn. They absorb everything like a sponge. And now to just be able to go through that whole file in that trial, how it was, and just say, okay, what can we implement, or what information can we bring in, or how can we dissect these witnesses? I think the Commonwealth's got their hands full second time around.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, every attorney says it's harder to win a retrial than the first trial. So
Yeah.
they got the hands full, definitely.
So Jen checks in with $10, says, Merry Christmas to Brian and Mike. Love you guys. Well, we love you. We love you.
Thank you.
All right, dude. Well, I'm probably going to wrap this one up. I've been almost 3 hours up here, but
amazing.
Let's do a show soon. And we did beat Mazza, but it's all in friendly competition.
Yeah.
And someone in the chat, I think Kelly said, three live streams, almost back to back, 3 nights, $3,000 raised for Karen Reed's defense fund. That's pretty cool. And I know you did some donations. I saw him on Twitter for Turtle Boy and Karen Reed. So good on you, Mike.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to make a donation tonight before I get off stream.
I can't wait. I love it. I love to see the money coming in for Karen Reed. I think with everything that's gone on, a little drama the last few even weeks and months, it's like everyone's like, let's get back to business. This is the business, raising money for Karen Reed. This is what we can all do. Turtle Boy defense, Karen Reed defense. It's awesome. You people are just that send money to these defense funds. You're amazing.
Super generous. All right, we got a couple more here, Mike, before we get off air. $50 just came in from Lee. She says, LTL Matt Kelsch needs to be on the stand. Explain, pal. Higgins phone shenanigans. I love that. And Tina gave $15 direct to Karen Reed's defense fund. So we're going to add that in. And then we had another one. Let's see. $5 from Kristen. And that $5 goes a long way. Believe me. LTL Media, been here for a very long time. I'm joining Boots on the Ground next trial. 2 beautiful souls that were victims of corruption. And I'm ready for this case to bring about major changes in the law. First class act, Chris, a.k.a. FCK. I love that. That's going to bring us to $1,135 tonight.
Wow, that's
$1,135.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, and I'm gonna chip in $100 tonight. So I'm gonna make that donation right as I get off air, and we'll cap it off at $1,235. Dude, we gotta do, like I said, man, we gotta do a show soon. Well, let's get this together.
Definitely. I'm down to do many shows with you.
Yeah. It's nice to have you here. And look, Merry Christmas to you, your family. I hope you have a wonderful, relaxing day tomorrow. And did the baby come? Because I know you're waiting for the baby.
Not yet.
Mike's not having a baby.
Yeah, I'm not having a baby. But I'm going to be a step granddaddy. I'm going to be
awesome.
Grampy. Yeah, so it's no, it hasn't happened yet. So
soon,
very soon.
Yes. Let's see. Lulu checking in says, thank you, Brian, LTL, and mods. Great show. Hey, Mike, Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Everybody loved the show. This is good. When we go back over the testimony, and we can run like a little fundraise-a-thon like this, and everybody gets involved, and it's really good. Kim says, woohoo. That's excellent, Brian. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, everybody. I've been up here for 3 hours. I'm tired. I'm going to go home. I'm going to get some rest. That's Mike from the Young Jerks. I know you guys all know him. Go over and check out his channel on YouTube. He's very active on Twitter as well. And you can find him over there at the Young Jerks. If you haven't subscribed, make sure to like, share, and subscribe on his channel. Check him out on Twitter as well. Are you anywhere else, Mike? You're not on like Instagram or anything, right?
Facebook, and like I think
Cool.
Twitch, but I've never even
I never
checked
go to
Twitch. We broadcast on there. It's like one person that always watches us, but I never go on there.
I
But
know.
we're on Twitch too, apparently.
Cool. All right. So we got about, what would I say? We got to 11:35. I'm gonna chip in $100 tonight. I'll make that donation as I get offline. And again, $1,235. Maza, we got you, buddy. We got you. Now someone's gonna top me. Now someone's
he's gonna come up later and do another slam dunk, another show.
Yeah, I know. But thank you, everybody. You're all amazing. Thank you for your generous hearts over this holiday season. I know Karen, is probably more than gracious when they look on there and see all those donations. I know. Massive check.
I love that. We learned from you, Mazza.
Yeah, Mazza. I love it. And it's all in friendly competition. Listen, the point is that we got some money in for the defense fund, and it's all in good faith here. So everybody, thank you so much. I love all of you. Please make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment down below after the video post. And we'll keep banging these out. Make some money for the defense fund. That's what we're gonna keep doing. And sticking together. That's what we're gonna do. Stick together, creators, boots on the ground. Let's go into 2025 with a spirit of togetherness. And we'll get through this, I promise. All right, everybody. I'm gonna hit the outro. Mike, we'll talk soon, buddy.
Thank you so much. Merry Christmas, Brian, and everybody. Thank you so much, and
absolutely
great work on that fundraising.
Awesome, dude. We'll talk to everybody soon. Bye, everybody. Have a good night. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.